So here we are in Machine, making a Detroit type beat. Gonna start with piano. Right now I'm hitting the pads, just testing it out, trying to see what may work. You guys have to bear with me. I'm not much of a bricklayer. I more so hit the pads, which is one of the reasons I chose Machine, but that's another video. And you don't have to copy this exactly. I mean, this is just like a rough idea. Like, not all Detroit beats sound this way. As you can see, it's pretty simple. I think that's maybe 3 notes with a little variation at the end. Right now I'm trying to find where I'm gonna put it. Yeah, that's it. So you just take that and double it. That sounds way better, actually. Sometimes you just have to maybe raise it a couple semitones or drop it a couple semitones. In that case, it was down 2 semitones, which put us at F sharp minor. So that bottom note that you see is in F sharp minor. Remember that, because it's going to dictate the rest of the beat. And that's any beat. Whatever your lowest note is in the first thing that you do, whether you start with 808, whether you start with piano, strings, pad, I don't care what it is. Whatever the lowest note is that you play the most, that's your root note. Just a little gem for those of you that don't know. Right here, just cutting out a little bit of that low frequency, which is just habit. I didn't intend for this to be a mixing video, but typically I mix while I make beats. It's just quicker for me. So here we go, duplicating it. I think that took us to 8 bars, which is typically the way I like to work, in 8-bar sections. Take note of the velocity too. That's important. You don't when you got a real constant piano like that, you don't want the velocity up high, because the more you raise the velocity, the more intense the piano becomes, and you don't want to keep hearing that over and over again, believe me. Like when a little kid sits on the piano and bangs the keys, that's how it's gonna sound, but repetitive like that. Trash. Right here I'm trying to play with the notes to see if maybe I can change it on the second 8, but I don't think it's gonna sound right. Nah, not at all. So we're just gonna keep it the way it is. I think it's time to move on to another instrument. That signature Detroit bass. really, you can find this synth bass pretty much anywhere. Do what you gotta do. You know, if you gotta add a little distortion, or maybe you gotta play with it a little bit. You know, if you got any kind of stock synth, you can definitely make you a West Coast / Detroit type bass. And once again, we're gonna follow the root note. So that's F sharp minor 3 times. And there's a little dip just to give it some, some groove. And the Erie strings, just to kind of lay in the background and create a mood. Strings create vibe, always. Once again, F sharp minor, we starting with it. And then, fill it out, play with it. You'll find it. The last note is kind of low. I think I'm gonna raise it a little bit. It's not bad. I mean, it sounds decent, but I think we can do better. That definitely ain't it. I think this is it right here. Yeah, buddy. Okay. Let's try this bell out. Just to add a little bit of, sauce. You know what I mean? Just a little bit of flavor over the top. We can bring this in here and there just to add some variation. We're gonna leave that piano running though, whether you like it or not. We're gonna leave it running. My producer homeboy, he was like, man, y'all, them Detroit keys, man, be on Red Bull. I said, well, our music is a reflection of the lifestyle in Detroit. I mean, it's fast-paced and it's dark. And the music is fast-paced and it's dark. So, okay, once again, starting F minor. This is the way I make my beats though. I like to put it all together. Even if it sounds a little cluttered, I know that when I go to arrange it, I definitely won't be playing all these instruments at the same time throughout the entire beat. So it's all good. A little bit of 808. Once again, we're gonna follow that bass, that synth bass. I had some lagging issues with OBS. Still trying to figure it out. I'm hardly ever off time. Even when I don't quantize, I'm hardly ever completely off time. And that's just a simple clap and snare stacked up together. also are going to use variations of that in the arrangement. You're going to drop those snares out in your quiet parts. You know, like if you drop the 808, then drop that snare too. Kick is doing the same thing as the 808. In this case, I mean, not every beat. Here goes the 1/8 hi-hat. We're about to start up the 1/8 hi-hat with 16th triplets scattered throughout. You know, here and there. I messed up right there. But yeah, not every beat uses the same patterns. Whether it's a Detroit beat or whatever type of beat. You don't want to do the same pattern every time. Now we're gonna add some perks. You know, things like clavs, wood blocks. You can do a cowbell. You know, basic old school, you know, perks, stuff that's been around for years. Good old 808 sounds. Also doing 1/8 with those. Just scattered, you know. Don't overdo it. If it starts to sound like too much, it is too much. And right there we got a tubular bell or a church bell. Once again, root note, back to the root note. Because if you know that root note, everything is going to be in key. I'm experimenting with a snare, throwing some extra snare in there, but I ain't feeling it. It ain't needed for this beat. Think I'm gonna throw a little zap at the end. Too many. Take away one. There we go. What the heck? Oh, I'm still recording. My fault, y'all. Let me get rid of these. And also, we have a reverse crash or a sweep. You can do a reverse crash, a sweep, a riser, just something to build a little bit of anticipation at the end of the phrase. Also, that's not going to be at the end of every 8-bar loop, but it can be. You can get away with it, and I mean, that's pretty much it, man. Not too much more needs to be done. I'm gonna attach a video at the end with all the arrangement, you know, just so you can see how it sounds when it's done. All right, that's Poopadoo Beats from PoopadooBeats.com. Take care, man.